Namaste, this is JB and Dr. Vishal Saxena, Associate Professor in Mathematics in Jayoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to take a module of frequency curve. This module, frequency curve, is a part of the course Biostatistics, and under the program of MSc Biotechnology, MSc NND, MSc FST and MSc Microbiology of the university. And this topic, this module of frequency curve is a part of the graphical representation of data chapter, and this part means which is a part of the course of biostatistics. This chapter belongs to the biostatistics, is a very important part. As all we know that graphical representation of data is a very important tool to explain the data, and with the diagrams by the diagrams and graphically. So in this various diagrams can be made under the graphical representation of data, like bar diagram and histogram, or the frequency curve. So different type of curves are used to explain the data and to explain the uses of data. How can we draw? How can we just plot the points for this curve, frequency polygon or frequency curve? In the today's session we are going to discuss about that. So frequency curve means, as we all know, that it is a limiting case of the it is a limiting case of the histogram as well as the frequency polygon, because it is concerned with the histogram and the frequency polygon. So it is the limiting case of the frequency polygon and the histogram, and this frequency curve is a smooth curve, and it can be drawn by joining the midpoints of the top parts or the peak parts of the histograms with the smooth hand. So that is the frequency curve. And as all we know that the meaning of frequency means the how many times our data repeated in our data set, so that is called the frequency. So frequency curves may be of different types, like bell-shaped curve or the U-shaped curve, mixed curve, and the J-shaped curve. So these are the different types of the frequency curve, and now we take their details, how to draw these curves and what are the meanings of different type of these curves. So we take some slides today to explain this. So our definition of frequency curve is shown that a frequency curve is a smooth curve for which the total area is to be taken unity. So in this part, a frequency curve means a smooth curve, as we explained that, and the total area for this curve is always taken to be unity. So the area for the smooth curve, that is just given by the frequency curve, is taken always to be unity, and it can be considered as a limiting form of histogram and the frequency polygon, because this frequency curve is just concerned or just related with the histogram and the frequency polygon. That's why this is a limiting case of the frequency, limiting case of the histogram or the frequency polygon. The frequency curve for a distribution can be obtained by drawing a smooth and freehand curve through the midpoints of the upper sides of the rectangles forming the histograms, as we discussed above. We have explained already this point that how can we draw. It is very important, how can we draw the frequency curve. So frequency curve can be drawn by the histograms. So first of all we have to draw the histograms for our given data set. So when we draw the histograms, then we have to take the upper parts, the upper sides of the these bars or the rectangles, and we have to we have to mark the midpoint of the upper sides of the rectangles, which are formed by the histograms. Then these midpoints of the upper sides will be joined one to another and by the smooth hand. So when we join these by the smooth hand, then the curve obtained, then the obtained curve is called the frequency curve, and this frequency curve can be divided into four parts: this bell-shaped curve, and the U-shaped curve, and the J-shaped curve, and the mixed curve. So these are the four type of curves in which the frequency curves can be divided. Now we take these curves with their diagrams. So initially the bell-shaped curve is shown that in which we can observe the shape of the curve is like similar to a bell. So that's why it is called a bell-shaped curve. And most of the commonly used distributions provided bell-shaped curve. So the distributions can be just shown by the bell-shaped curve, which is suggested by the name, looks almost like a bell. So this is called bell-shaped curve. And the distribution, like we can take some examples. The distribution of the height and the weight, marks, profit, and various other like distributions similar to height, weight, marks, profit usually belongs to this category. So their distribution will be just called the bell-shaped curve. Next is the U-shaped curve. We can observe this curve U-shaped in the shape of U curve, and for a U-shaped curve the frequency in this curve the frequency is minimum near the central part. We can observe this the frequency for the this curve will have the minimum value and near the central part, and the frequency slowly but steadily reaches its maximum at the two extremities. So we can say this curve, U-shaped curve, is a frequency curve in which the frequency is minimum, just we can observe at the center of the curve, while this will increase, the frequency will increases in both sides of the curve, and a maximum at the two, and will reach the maximum value at the two extremity for this curve. And this is a second type of the frequency curve. Next we are going to take a J-shaped curve. So a J-shaped curve is again a frequency curve, is a type of the frequency curve, and the J-shaped curve starts with a minimum frequency and then gradually reaches its maximum frequency at the other extremity. So generally it starts with the minimum frequency and it will increases gradually, and at the next extremity it will find the maximum frequency, the maximum value of the frequency. So that is called the J-shaped curve, and again it is the third type of the frequency curve. And frequency, next the fourth part, the fourth type of definition of the mixed, the fourth type of the frequency curve is called the mixed curve. And we can observe in this mixed curve, just the figure shows everything there. Here the curve is drawn for the class boundary, means the class interval, and the frequency density. So the curve is showing for the class boundary, means the class interval, and the frequency density. And a mixed type curve means just which we have shown already, which we have taken like U-shaped curve and the J-shaped curve, and the next one bell-shaped curve. So these bell-shaped curve and the U-shaped curve and the J-shaped curve just taken combinedly. So these three curves when taken combinedly, then this type of curve is called the mixed curve, and this mixed curve is a fourth type of the frequency curve, and in which the frequencies are not just either increasing continuously or decreasing in a steady form. So the frequencies will increases and will decreases with the class interval, and just means the nature, the mixed nature of the frequencies will appear in the according to the class boundary or class interval. So that is the mixed curve. So in the today's session we have discussed about the frequency curve, which is an important part of the graphical representation of data frequency curve, and frequency curve that is that can be considered as the limiting case of the frequency polygon and the frequency histograms. So because these can be just these can be constructed by the use of the histograms and the frequency polygon. So that's why these type of curves are considered as the limiting case of the frequency polygon and frequency curve. And just we have to remember that to make a frequency polygon, again the frequency polygon and the frequency curve are similar to each other. Just what is the difference between them? Both of the curves are just made by the histogram, and by the just the height of the top of the histogram we have to take in both curves the midpoints of the tops of the rectangles or the bars we have to take, and in the frequency curve the midpoints of these tops of the bars of these histograms will be joined with the smooth hand, while in the frequency polygons these midpoints are joined by the just line segments, and that is the main difference between them. So again this part of the frequency curve is a very important part, and students are advised to prepare this topic of frequency curve with some examples, and what kind of interpretation you can just give for different curves you must understand. And frequency curves you take some objective as well as the descriptive questions, the theoretical questions for this. Again a topic that will be asked in the competitive examination, so you have to you have to practice for the objective as well as the different subjective questions, and the main concept is that what kind of results you obtain, and what is the interpretation of the results you must know, and you have to answer for that. With this I am concluding my today's session. Thank you.